all these different ideas of how you can create identity. And they actually then use this. I just heard at our conference a couple weeks ago that they used this to go after funding, grant funding that they got. So they're going to be doing a science program throughout the city. Right, so this is great for the city and for the students to be like, we can actually make this, we can change the way the city thinks about itself. Right? We can actually have value add. The economics class, they did this great study in Springfield on cost benefit, the cost benefit of street improvements. If we improve a street, it's always a headache. No one wants to pay for this special kind of taxation they're going to have because of that. Well, let's show them what kind of benefits they get, economic benefits they get out of this. And what they found was that in some kinds of streets, they did this whole analysis, cost benefit analysis of how it works. And they found that in some streets, it totally made sense. Like you were going to get a benefit, so I don't need to give you incentive to do this. Like, let me just show you how you're going to get a benefit. In some cases, it didn't. In certain types of streets, it didn't. And so they could then come up with incentive programs and data to show residents, this is the way it works. And this is a really good example of sustainability-wise, this itself is not exactly what we think of like, green leaf sustainability, but if you're going to create bike infrastructure, you have to be able to redo your streets. And so this is a mechanism to then get like walkability and bikeability to happen in streets. And so this is the way we think about sustainability really broadly across all these disciplines. This is a course on Latino engagement. We've actually done a whole lot of courses on Latino engagement. But here they were looking at some of the cultural assets. Sorry, there are two different pieces. One, they were looking at the cultural assets of the Latino neighborhood. This is arts and administration looking at this and coming up with, working with high school students, come up with kind of these narratives of what this place was and what the place is. And then Gerardo, in planning, was looking at what are the barriers to stronger civic engagement. And some of the things were, well, of course, like maybe you should put things out in Spanish would be really great. But he also did a map of, with the students, worked on what are kind of the power structures that exist and what are the main kind of community touch points that exist within. And the city was thrilled. I mean, this was a huge barrier. They didn't even know how to enter this world. And Gerardo with his students was able to like create this